Compiling a list of reasons I think Lindsay Clancy is innocent, and I need you guys to duet this, stitch this, comment why you think she's innocent. So let's start from the top. His DNA was on all of the exercise bands. Her DNA was on one exercise band. His DNA was on the M weapon. Her DNA was not on the M weapon. The cuts on her neck and wrists were coming from an angle of someone who may have been left-handed. Lindsay was right-handed. Patrick is left-handed. Lindsay said it was like she was watching herself in third person commit this crime, but his new wife looks identical to her. So what if what she was watching was herself be knocked out and watching this other lady commit all these crimes that look just like her? Now, this is all alleged. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of these claims are confirmed. This is just thoughts, theories, brainstorms, stuff I've been thinking about. Her body was 82 degrees. How would she be 82 degrees? Why did he need to change his clothes in the middle of leaving the house to go to the store, to go to the grocery store, to go to the restaurant? Why would you need to change your clothes and shoes for that unless you had alleged DNA possible evidence on your clothes and shoes? 524 email. If he sent that email from home, he was at fucking home. And nobody who works in tech is going to have issues reconnecting their Wi-Fi. Also, that's a lie, because I literally have a phone that's not on service at all right now. And if I was to turn it on and hold down the power button, it would tell me, oh, this will call emergency services. Be careful. We're going to call the law on you. Why, if she was taking the yields, why wouldn't she just pop them? Why would she crush them up like a stone and mortar, like it was seasoning for mashed potatoes? Why? And don't tell me, oh, it'll hit the system sooner. Just why was he not throwing away the medicines after the doctor specifically said, hey, if she starts a script, ends a script, take the script, do away with it? What did he do? Left it in plain reach of her, what? Cora, the 5-year-old. Women typically also are not family annihilators and typically do not go straight for the hardest way possible. I feel like the way that this was done was one of the hardest ways possible, and no woman would want to sit and look at her children's eyes when she's committing such a heinous crime. Think about it. Oh yeah, the kids were in the basement. Where was Patrick's home office? The basement. What was Lindsay's biggest fear? Not being able to be around her kids again. So why would she take her kids off the earth so where she could really never see them again? It makes no sense. That sounds like someone who's like, I have to start a new life and I can't afford to pay child support and alimony. You have to go. Chris Watts, Scott Peterson, think like a criminal. Somebody was looking up studio apartments in New York, and it sure as shit wasn't Lindsay. Do you think 3 kids, a wife, and a husband all fits in a studio apartment in upstate New York? No, but you know what does? A husband and his new wife with no kids, no family. $1.7 million in GoFundMe. None of that money went towards helping Lindsay, which granted, if she did this, I can understand why, but if she didn't. Not to mention the fact that Papa Reddington has been a lawyer for quite some time now. He took her case pro bono. No lawyers taking a case pro bono they don't think they can win. Duh. You look at the judge's face whenever they bring up the fact that only Patrick's DNA was on those bands. He literally was looking like, oh, wow, we're going to be in a Netflix documentary soon. Why did she write in her journal that she wanted to try to reconnect to Patrick, which obviously shows they were having premarital issues, and she said she was scared, her words not mine, to try and get back close to him. And she was also scared because she couldn't have sex with him because she needed BC, and if not, she was going to get PREG again. She was already just PREG. She didn't want to deal with that again. She was already going through postpartum. Do you think she wanted to have another baby right then? No. Because why? Because she said, I don't feel like I'm bonding with this baby. Why? I don't know. Probably because they fired the nanny. She couldn't find her own self because she never got a break. And you find out, oh, my wife's struggling severely with postpartum. Let's fire the nanny. The least she can do is take care of these damn kids. Also, the fact the term sociopath was Googled, and I believe it was Googled by her because that man is one, and he did not shed one alleged tear on the stand. They played the autopsy. Lindsay's sobbing to the point where the prosecutor is on a hot mic like, shut her up. He didn't shed a tear. Reddington literally pushed the tissues in front of him to see if he was going to grab them, and if he did, which hand he used, because like I said, if he's left-handed and the cuts were from a left hand, you follow me? Yeah. He never touched the tissues. These are my thoughts, theories, claims, are alleged. It's not confirmed unless I said, oh, it was confirmed in the trial. Share this. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'm putting a framed picture of Papa Reddington in my living room after this trial. Love you, K. Bye.